Hi, I'm Terri Weifenbach, and I've been photographing since the mid-1970s. I'm from the US, and I now reside in France. I'm pleased to have been included in the Daegu Photo Biennial. My sincere thanks to all those involved in the biennial. In my fine art studies at the University of Maryland in the 1970s, I started with painting. The act of using my hand and the energy of painting enthralled me, but a year later I took a course in photography, where I found possibilities that weren't available to me when painting. The power of photography for me was and still is the ability, actually probably the necessity, to be walking in the scene and experiencing the world I am photographing. Within this is the editing, composing, framing from an actual reality. If I could find what I'm feeling, thinking, then it could be said that it exists. The interior found in the exterior. I left painting behind with the exception that it is my main instruction and inspiration. Painters that I find interesting, this is just a handful, a couple, are Joan Mitchell, Cecily Brown, Odilon Redon, Edouard Voyard, and there's quite a few more. I cannot state what my work is about. I would only state it badly and confuse the matter. For me, an artist's work has a vocabulary, and as in any conversation, is interpreted, felt by those listening. Another example maybe is to think about what a poet does. How would or could a poet state what their poem is about in words other than in their poem? But I can tell you what compels me at this point. Landscape where man and nature coexist interests me. Color interests me, as does time, beauty too. And the translation of 3 dimensions to 2 interests me. All this is in service to that something that I cannot describe with words. For the beginnings, I went through quite a few different stages of photography, I guess I'd say. I started photographing in black and white back in those mid-70s, and I switched to color in 1992. Digital photography I wasn't really interested in taking part in, and part of that was because digital photography, specifically at the beginning, had algorithms for making sharp images. I think it was used first for medical purposes, and so getting details was very important for diagnosis and such. But I am using selective focus, so my tonalities are very gradual and color changes can be very gradual. So I needed an ability to have a soft transition. I wasn't comfortable using anything digital until about 2013, when the files became large enough that they actually did have the smooth transitions at the sizes that I was interested in. I have photographs in the time stops section of the biennial. Having been brought kicking and screaming into the digital realm of photography, I found that with high shutter speeds that digital allows, I could actually record the grace of the birds in flight and the echo answer of water being disturbed. I think of these instantaneous moments as the last brushstrokes made that complete a painting. But the image is also obviously reliant on the existence of the birds and the water of the scene. I'm very intrigued by the Daegu Photo Biennial because rather than putting it together thematically, it is a study, an investigation into different ways photographers have found to expand what photography is. I'm very pleased to be taking part. Thank you.